in those barrels yet? I mean, I don't want to mess up your whole, drop schedule, but
Okay, so
I
I,
have not.
I think we're back. I'm sorry about that. We had a little I don't know, internet drop or what was going on. But we switched some things up a little bit. Uh, but I believe that we are back in business. I think we've shifted spaces a little bit around. Jones, you were filling us in on the neat shot. I think just for the sake of making sure that we get to go through everything, let's keep it to did you like it? Did you not like the neat shot?
Neat shot was very boring. You lose it on the front of the pallet, so it's average. Yeah, I mean, plus it's a ride, so it's not my ultimate favorite. So
Okay. Um, it was kind of it was. I felt like on the front end, it came in pretty strong, which not
hmm
overly strong because Rise always bring a little heat by themselves. But it finished pretty light. Like I was expecting, like
yeah,
it didn't really drag on long. I hit it and quit it. It's funny, but it really doesn't drink like a rye.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. I copy everything Jones said. The mouthfeel was weak, the finish was quick, but with it being a 94 proof, I like the fact that like it didn't burn. Um, yeah, I mean, I would give it. I don't know, like, hmm, do I like this more than Sazerac? I
no.
think I like the Sazerac taste better than this, but I'm cool with this one. I'm cool with this one because as a 94, I'm with it. All right, I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay.
For old time's sake, are y'all gonna favor or flop?
Um,
Uh, let's try to make through the
Okay, yeah,
the rocks pour
let, let's
before it gets too watery.
let's
yeah,
let's
rocks. All
let's
right,
do
let's
the
do it. Let's
rocks.
do it. Let's do it.
Clink
Let's
them
do
and
it.
drink them, fellas.
Clinking and drinking.
Mm, I think it's worse on the rocks.
Huh.
All right, you go. You go. Go,
Hmm.
man. You go, man.
All right. So now see, I think I'm gonna probably have a difference of opinion from the rest of y'all. I actually thought that the rocks was okay. It is very very tapered down on the rocks feel. Um, It is not kicking out any extra heat. It gets really really sweet and cherryish kind of. A easy sipper, easy drinker on the rocks. Uh, yep, I'm not mad at it on the rocks, but it does change a lot. And I don't know if it's because we talked for a while and I got a little bit of water in the bottom of mine to go with it, but it definitely tapers it down a lot.
I'll let you go ahead, B.
I think and going along with man said, maybe because a little bit more water got into it, I think the taste was worse on the rocks. Um, Aside from that, it was pretty much the same. I mean, so you guys should know, disclaimer, um, I'm a neat drinker only. I mean, I think rocks, uh, it's not really my favorite.
Okay.
I'm a neat drinker. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Man, all right, I'm trying to
All right.
respect your house
So
here.
This.
I'm a neat drinker. So with that being said, I wouldn't normally have this on rocks anyway to begin with, but I think on the rocks, the taste isn't better. Everything else is the same as it was neat. The
Okay.
finish and the mouthfeel and everything else.
All right.
all right, so I'll go ahead and tell you guys. You can tell that I've finished my full rocks pour. And again, maybe my ice was just already watered down, but I finished it because I couldn't find anything in it. It became so bland and so boring. I was trying to find something good to say about it on the rocks. And at 94 proof, it's like I should still get enough of the flavors. It lost a lot of the bold spices it had
Yep.
neat. it finished poorly because as soon as it hits your mouth, before you even get it down, the flavors are gone.
Yeah.
So if this is something you're going to put water in, or maybe even try to put a rocks ball in it and sip while you smoke your cigar, yeah, I would not suggest it.
Yeah.
All right, so
let's rate it.
Overall, what do you guys think we should rate? What would you rate it? You want to start at South B?
Appreciate that, Lob. Yeah, I'm gonna give it. So you guys should know about me also that I'm a big value guy, right? So I don't really. So let me just say this: when I was growing up, I had free lunch. Shout out to everybody that had free lunch growing
Shout
up.
out to the free lunch scores.
Shout out to the free lunch card, right? So man, it's warranted now. With God's grace, a lot of hard work, I've been able to carve out a little something, but that part of me that ate free lunch is always there. In all my videos, I'm always thinking about, at the end of the day, this is something that I'm going to urinate out, right? So do I want to spend a lot for it? I'm a big value guy, right? Bang per buck. For the bang per buck overall, I'm going to give it a 3.5 because it's 94 proof. It's easier to get than Sazerac, which is like the standard bearer. I mean, it is what it is. Like Sazerac is the name of the company, it's the name of a drink. It's easier to get than Sazerac. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Okay. And thanks for letting me go ahead and go into that whole personal moment. I appreciate that.
All right, no worries.
All right, you're a gentleman.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Would you like for me to go next, Mr. Mann?
Hit it up.
Hey. Much like B was getting to, I'm a man of my values, man of, wasn't a free luncher, but I did pick cucumbers and tobacco, so much respect.
You was there. You was outside with me.
Yeah. Much respect. Like I said, the neat, it was pretty average, somewhat boring, but at $30 and 94 proof, that's a very good rye that you can easily find. So I will stick with my 3.0 for that.
Yeah.
But when you go to the rocks pour, and maybe after I try it a little more, I'll appreciate it more. But I give it a 2 on the rocks because it just faded. It was almost like drinking. It was like, I don't know if you've ever had those instances where you've been in a bar too long and you have something on ice too long.
Yeah.
Or they give you a watered down drink. That's what that tasted like. And when after I give this a 2 and Mann goes into his review, I'm going to pour me a little more and see if I can try to help them out. And hopefully it will. So again, I guess overall, that's going to give it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh man, 2.5.
Yeah, but I love the price. I love the proof. But if you're going to put it on the rocks, I mean, you can't really mix it if it's hot garbage on the rocks. But neat.
I agree with you. Rocks makes it worse for me.
Okay.
Yeah, neat. It's a good stand-up value.
Okay.
It'll stand up to the Saz, maybe the Pendleton. Not so much the Pikeville because the proof is just so hot, so much higher.
Right.
But yeah, it holds into the class of like the Old Forester, some of the more budget brands such as itself. Sorry, man, for rambling a little.
No, I mean this is good. This is good. This is why I like having multiple people, multiple views. I am out of the three of us, the least prone to grab a whiskey because I've got other things that I like above. I'm a more tequila, more vodka kind of deal. I'm not a high proofer, and I'll be the first person to say that. So I also, when I'm giving recommendations and talking to people about things, I ask the question, are you a high proofer? Because that definitely changes what I refer to you on. I won't go into the additive of how I feel like after you drink one spirit or whiskey for a long time, it's kind of like people who eat hot sauce. After a while, you need it to be hotter in order to take anything away from it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really drink whiskey enough on to that point to where I'm at that piece yet. I like it on the rocks. Um, I feel like it smooths it out. I think I saw flash up in the chat real quick because I think it was Cesar S talking about not drinking neat in the summertime. See, I just had a conversation with someone about this today. I drink to be refreshed. And it is very hard for me because I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I don't drink hot chocolate. It's very hard for me to drink a warm drink and get refreshment from that. Like I might drink neat more in the wintertime because it's cold and I want all the heat coming through. But when I drink, I want to enjoy what I'm drinking, but I want to be refreshed while I'm doing it. So that's why I'm more on the neat. I mean on the rock side, on the chill side. I like this chilled. Um, do I like it better than Sazerac? No, I feel like Sazerac was a
No.
better product, neat, and a better product on the rocks.
Yes.
Do I like it
Yes,
better
I agree.
than the Pendleton that I was drinking earlier? No, I think Pendleton is a better product, neat and on the rocks. However,
Okay.
this
Okay.
was probably $20 more. I want to say this is like 50 and this is like
Oh,
30. So
Yeah, and
I probably would choose the EC and put it on the rocks. Now everybody doesn't know because we haven't done
yeah,
a
but
lot of.
the 1910, the Pendleton,
Yep.
that's what
I think it's like
is
four.
that 90?
I
What's the
want to
proof?
say it is 80. Yep, 80.
Yeah, yeah. That's the other part. When you put it on the rocks, it still helps you get there quicker. So
Yep, yep. So I'm gonna give it a 3. Overall, I think it's for $30.
okay.
It's not like super expensive to me. It's in the price range for a whiskey. I might would rate it higher only because it's Elijah Craig, and normally I don't like Elijah Craig products. Like I'll take the rye over the regular
mm,
Woo.
because
that's
That's
saying
that's
something.
like
I
a
to
yeah. That's
me
saying a lot.
to me Elijah Craig tastes unfinished. It is too choppy in the flavor profile. I like to I want my start and my finish to be smooth all the way throughout the process. You can start here and end here, but it needs to be a gradual either up or down process. And I don't like Elijah Craig historically for that because I feel like it's rough. I want a smooth, easy, and I try and stay away from smooth. And really, what that means is it is a matter of the how the taste fluctuates throughout the drinking process, throughout that sip.
So so man, I have to ask you, uh, where along in this journey did you try the Elijah Craig? Was it before Jones and Mann, or has it been post Jones and Mann?
It was it was
Because
it,
I
it was
think
it was early. I wouldn't say early, but it was earlier in Jones and Mann. Um,
right,
I haven't had an Elijah Craig recently because and I will say that my whiskey enjoyment level has changed over this time frame.
right.
So it's kind of. I mean, I might could go back to it. I think I've had something recently, Elijah Craig though. You know what? The barrel proof. The barrel proof. We drank the
Yeah,
barrel proof not too long ago. And
yeah.
while I did not dislike the barrel proof, it is a barrel proof. It is a high proof that I could drink from Elijah Craig, so I could get behind it. Um, it still wasn't my favorite barrel proof.
No, it's far from my favorite barrel proof.
Yeah,
Even the uh, even the Elijah Craig, the normal Elijah Craig, it's a great taste, but and it's a great gift for people that are like entry level whiskey or bourbon drinkers because it's a really good, it's a great gift and they're going to enjoy it.
yeah,
But overall, I mean, you're still going to be I want more, I want more.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I don't hate it. I feel like it's pretty run of the mill. The price is run of the mill. Um, I think to like I rarely buy a bottle of anything less than $30.
Mm.
Not
It's funny you
not
should say that because my max,
unless it's
I
a
like I
mixer.
like to max out at around $30.
Wow,
I
B.
like to
You know
max out at
what?
around 30.
B, I'm going to be 100 with you. For
Okay,
a
all right.
long
Let me what
time,
you got.
for a very long time, that was 30 to $50 was my
30 to
max.
50. 50. Okay, 50 for real. Oh, you pushing me. Okay, yeah.
And I would say that would be like ultimate tops.
Yeah.
And then I said I would never pay more than maybe $20 for a tequila. But along this journey and just tasting different things, Mann can vouch for me. I mean, tequilas. I typically spend minimum I'll spend on the tequila is $80. The Dobel is probably the cheapest tequila I
40,
buy.
50. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dobel is about the cheapest tequila I buy, but I'll drink tequila on a regular basis. My whiskeys, uh, Eagle Rare is like a staple, which is 35. But I'm more prone to be on that higher end, those higher finishes, simply because my taste profile has changed. As everybody says, I've become bougie.
Ooh,
And
no.
oh yeah,
What's
yeah.
up?
For the longest time, man, the highest price whiskey I would buy was probably Basil Hayden.
Yeah,
And now Basil Hayden is something that I give as gifts.
yeah,
If I'm going to your house, that's typically a gift I'll give, or I'll
yeah,
give like Eagle Rare, something that is close to the allocated list, but
yeah.
something far enough away to make you come into the bourbon world.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw in the comments. This is a really good talking point. So I'm gonna throw the question out there. Like, what are your thresholds for spirits? Like to me, my cheapest spirit is vodka. Like I'm not spending more. Well, I do honestly, just because I
All
want to,
right, all right,
just because I
all right.
try stuff. But if I'm buying a vodka to drink right now, Wheatley's is run of the mill. There's no need to spend more than $25 on a vodka. No need. I used
So if
higher than that because I thought Grey Goose was all it was. But there's really no need. With whiskey, I have found that like the bottom starts at about 30 for me. Because then while I just telling Jones the other day, I've been drinking that ancient age, which is $24 for a half gallon, which is on the
Boom, the
cheaper
mummy,
end,
the mummy.
which is cheaper on, and it's good whiskey. But if you think about it, there's a big difference between ancient age and let's say
Buffalo Trace,
well, Buffalo Trace is not my go-to. But let's say a E.H. Taylor. But now E.H. Taylor, if you get it at retail, it's $30
that's
bucks.
not in the same category, man.
Not that's what I'm saying. But if you get E.H. Taylor at retail, you talking $40 somewhere in that neighborhood. So if you
Right.
Yeah,
talk about a $15 whiskey, so let's say 24 for a half gallon, so let's say 12 to $15. There's a reasonable enough difference for me to spend the money to buy E.H. Taylor than it is to just keep drinking um, ancient age.
Yeah. And I will hop on back and back, or I'll piggyback that and say ancient age is not bad. At that $25 for a half gallon, you can't go wrong for a daily sipper, a good party favor. Your crowd, the people you're entertaining is gonna love it. Even to the point that if you were going to buy a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and for some reason Buffalo Trace in North Carolina is on an allocated list. So buying that, I would tell you, go ahead and get your ancient age. But when you go to the E.H. Taylor, because in that Buffalo Trace line, E.H. Taylor, much like Blanton's, just has its own flavor profile. So there's not a replacement for it. So if you're going to go to So when you go to a E.H. Taylor or a Blanton's, they have independent flavors. Even though some of them come from similar mash bills, it just tastes completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get that same $50 bottle, $40 bottle feel from that, something under $30.
Yeah.
So just speaking to that. And like I said, even the Wheatleys, because I used to be, what was it? Absolute, Grey Goose,
Effin.
Belvedere. Effin, yeah. But Effin is still on my crowd. But vodka, I mean, it's I'm not going to pay more than, $20, $30 for it. And I'm not going to buy any flavor.
Yeah. I just, going back to, since we are Ryemageddon and thinking from a rye standpoint, I just picked up the Crown Royal Northern Harvest. Haven't cracked it yet, but I'm excited to try it. I also picked up, which is not a rye, but it is Canadian, 40 Creek. And from a rye standpoint, we also have Willet, the 3-year, 4-year, and I'm a non-Willet fan, but I'm only a non-Willet fan because of I don't care for Noah's Mill and I don't care for the pot still. Pot still, like I would pour the pot. I shouldn't say I'd pour it out, but I would pour the pot still out. It's just not. I'm not a fan of it.
Now you would just leave it at Jones's house.
I leave it at Jones. It's a beautiful bottle. It's a great decanter, but it's just not.
It's a marinade. Just say it. It's a marinade.
It's a marinade.
I won't use it for a marinade. That is not a marinade. Please do not lie. Do not lie. That is not a marinade. No.
You wouldn't make some wings out of it?
No.
Damn.
No. that does not get whiskey winged.
Yeah, that's got to been fired.
I'm trying to look. I don't see any cash apps. Have you seen?
No.
B, have you seen any cash apps in the comments?
Oh, I haven't, but I haven't been watching it. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and segue because it's like 6:58. People might have an hour allocated. Let's go ahead and segue.
Yeah, I've got some ribs smoking, so we need to go ahead and
Yeah. So before that, one last thing for me because I'm a viewer. Man, one of the things that resonated with me the most is like I remember one time you said, "I'm a destination drinker," and I felt that. So tell the people what that means to you because I think I already know what you mean. So go ahead and spit that.
Destination drinker means that when I drink, I don't drink because I want to pour up something pretty and nice and just sip. I do want to sip. I do want to, slow roll it into it. But my point is, if I'm pouring up a drink, I want to get a buzz. I want to get to my destination, and I want to enjoy the destination. I also use that for the analogy of I don't really drink beer, I don't really drink wine because if we say I'm here in North Carolina, we want to go to California, none of us are going to choose some people might, but I'm not going to choose the bus option. I would like a plane. I would like a plane. I want a smooth, captain, buckle your seatbelts. We're gonna be taking off. It's gonna be this long to get. So I know alcohol. I know liquor in that aspect. And then once we hit cruising altitude, about 10,000 feet, that's what I always say. I want to be at cruising altitude. I want to have a good buzz.
I want to be cruising.
You hear, look, like everybody, you hear that nice little hum going on, and I want to keep that hum for however long the evening or the festivity is. Now, if it's like, I'm going home at X amount of time, then there's a certain point where I'm like, okay, well, we have reached our destination. I want to hear the captain say, start buckling your seatbelts, prepare for landing. I might, we're
about to make our descent.
I want a smooth descent, and I want to land.
Yes.
And I have been blessed that I don't really do hangovers. I don't really get hangovers. I've probably been sick 3 times in my life. Jones is laughing because Jones knows one of those.
Maybe
times.
5, maybe 10, maybe 12 times. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah,
What's
you
up,
probably. How many times have you?
And again,
now, Jones, I would probably say we have shared gallons of alcohol over our lifetime. And how many times have you ever seen me sick?
I will not comment. There has not been very many.
Was it
No,
more
it's
than
more.
three? Was it more than
I mean,
three?
it's much more than one. It might be three,
One.
but I cannot divulge. See,
I get it. 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 I get it.
I have to tell you this: the only one I well, there are two, but they are there are three times. I'm sorry, man. I've got to be honest. There are three.
Tell me,
There are three.
remind me.
Remind you. Okay, so there was an incident, Tipsy Tales. I think it was our freshman year in college, second semester. Somebody made a mistake of mixing Seagram's gin
And
with
Tempaco.
yes,
That's
yes.
the one.
He and one of our friends. I still don't know. I think he slept in my dorm. He slept on my dorm room floor that night. For all my Aggies out there, he slept on a Cooper Hall floor our freshman year. So
That was the one.
that was one. That was one. Two, we went to some party at UNCG, and I was a designated driver.
Okay. Now I was toasty that night, but I wasn't sick.
No, you were sick. I had to wash the car. I had to wash the car out. Yeah.
He said I had to wash the car out. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Hey, yeah.
Oh,
I'm throwing it in. I'm throwing in the tile. The TILE. I'm throwing in the tile. This is it. Let's go ahead and transition off of this.
okay.
This is the last quarter. This is the last quarter. Man, go ahead and take it from here, man. What you got lined up next?
So
that was a save, man. For the record, that was a save.
You was the same. I'm gonna have to ask some questions about that after this call because
I can tell.
I think we might be confused. I think we might be confusing people.
No.
Man, but that's okay. That's okay.
Man, I told you I was gonna hold you down. I told you I was gonna hold you down.
Look, we see some speaking up going on over there. But let's move on.
He is going to refer to a homecoming incident, but this was not a homecoming incident that I'm referring to for him.
No need to explain. So
he wants to talk about it. He wants to talk about it, man.
Put in the comments.
Because the third time, I don't think he remembers.
Everybody,
he wants to talk about it. Man, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Hey, the next live, we'll hear about this story. The next live.
Yeah.
Put in the comments.
Man, go ahead, man. You got it.
Put in the comments. What are your hard to find? Because that was another conversation that we were having, talking about this whole big thing with alligators and hard to find liquors and things of that aspect. I want you to put in the comments what has been your hard to find alcohol. What's been your hard to find liquor? All right, and then while
I can say it's always Blanton's. And here's a little secret that I let Mann know last week. I'm a Blanton's virgin, also an EH7 virgin. Never had it yet because I'm saving it. Hey, when you go to my channel, I'm saving it. Okay. I haven't had Buffalo Trace, EH Teller, Weller, none of that. I'm saving it. So when you see my videos on that, it's gonna be the first time. But all of the Sazerac stuff, Sazerac company is hard to find. Sazerac includes 1792, which goes back. So hey, so speaking of that first video, you guys did 1792. What do you think your long-term rating would be on the 1792?
It's still a go-to. 1792 is something I recommend to people because it's much easier to find than most of the Buffalo Trace products. And if that's true. Enjoy Blanton's or Buffalo Trace, it's something that it's not a replacement, but it has a good enough mouthfeel, proofage, and flavor profile to kind of mend you over until hopefully you can find it and not somebody, I won't call any names, man, goes in the store and buys 5 bottles.
Yeah.
But on that same note of ratting him out of being one of the Blanton hoarders, I greatly appreciate you. Oh, yeah. I greatly appreciate you shipping me 2 bottles, one for myself, one for my brother. And now, my stash has been maintained. He no longer drinks my Stag. He hasn't opened some of my other more expensive bottles like he typically tends to do. Unless he's here now while I'm in here doing this live.
All right,
That's interesting. You
I
should
got a
say that
question.
because
Hold on. I got
I've
one
never
question
seen
I
the
want to
SAG
put out
either.
there in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
$40. What
Okay.
state? Not us. We're not gonna answer it. It's for people in the chat. So I want somebody to put it in the chat. $40. What state has whiskey as their national drink or their state drink? Not us. We're not gonna say it. I know what it is, but I want somebody to put that state in the chat, and we're gonna ship that person. We're gonna send that person $40. All right, continue on.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
We'll send that
The
person $40.
state.
Who first person to put in the chat what state has whiskey as their state drink?
I wonder how many distilleries they have in that state.
You might be surprised. But I'm looking.
Hey, speaking of that, did somebody already answer that other question? The first question in the chat. The first question you had.
I'm trying to look now.
I didn't see it. But I did say that I thought that
I
who is
don't
this
know if
person
it
in here?
changed because of the other. We had to stop the live and restart it, so it might be
Okay.
in the first chat. But we'll go back and look. We're gonna
Yeah,
make sure
we'll
that
go
people
back and
put
look.
their If you put your Cash App in, we're gonna pay it.
We got you. Make sure. Hey, man. Speaking of that, I just wanted to say I'm looking at right now. There's 24 live people in here. That's more than I thought was going to be here. So hey, I know you got better time. You guys got better things to do with your time and your data. So I appreciate you being here for us tonight. We just try to do our best. We a little bit over an hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah, a little over an hour, 7 minutes.
Wait, so let me ask you this: since this is Armageddon, right? Or I'm sorry,
Ryemageddon.
What do you think was a better movie, Deep Impact or Armageddon?
Ooh. That is a tough call.
Deep Impact
So
was a short movie, right?
They both came out the same year.
Yeah.
They both came out the same year. Actually, Deep Impact came out May 8th. Armageddon came out 4th of July weekend. Armageddon made about twice as much at the box office as Deep Impact.
Deep Impact was a short movie, right?
Deep Impact came out first.
Yeah,
but it was the same movie, basically.
Both were about like asteroid strikes. One had Bruce Willis, and the other one had
that was Armageddon.
What is his name? Ben Affleck, I think.
He was in there. Yes. And not Debo. What's his name? The other dude that played in the Green Mile. He was in there also. I'm gonna go
John
first
Coffey.
Yeah.
The Green Mile. Yeah.
I tried to take it back.
Boss, don't take him away, boss.
Overall quality of movie, meaning that it appealed to a much wider audience, probably was Armageddon. Armageddon was a really good movie.
Armageddon had the star power. I think Deep Impact was a better movie overall.
Yeah.
Better written.
Shout out to Morgan Freeman. He was the president in there. Don't forget that.
That's right.
Don't forget that. Morgan Freeman was the black president in Deep Impact. I think Deep Impact was more of a serious movie. Yeah. I think Armageddon was a funner movie, but I think Deep Impact was a more overall better movie. Okay. That's what I think. Man, what you think?
For me, I think Armageddon. I like Armageddon. I don't remember Deep Impact. Was it the shark movie?
Never mind. You said it all. You said you don't even remember it. So that says it all. You thought it was whack.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead. I think we got enough questions out there to start wrapping this thing up because I know all of y'all got other things to do.
Wait. One last thing. I got to ask you this because you did an episode where you had the Crown Royal Peach and you had the chicken sandwich there, man. The streets is always watching, man. I was watching you, man. So for the record, which is the better chicken sandwich? The Popeye's chicken sandwich or the Chick-fil-A? I want to hear from Jones first, and then, man, let me hear from you.
Without a doubt, I can tell you that Chick-fil-A, because of their professionalism and presentation
Yes.
and consistency,
Yes. It'd be my pleasure.
Chick-fil-A wins every time.
It's my pleasure to serve you.
Yes, and it's not because it's Popeyes has a decent sandwich, but it's not consistent from restaurant to restaurant. So it's like, okay, am I gonna get a spicy chicken sandwich today, or am I even gonna get a pickle? So yeah, so I'm Chick-fil-A. What about you, man?
I'm trying to respond to the comments. I like Popeye's chicken sandwich. It was a quality chicken sandwich. It's crispy. It's got good flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Chick-fil-A wins by default because of one, sides. If you go taste alone by itself, I'm gonna go. I'm leaning towards Popeyes. That crispity, crunchity, but you don't know what you're gonna get when you go to Popeyes. You might get a good one. You might get a bad one.
Wait.
You don't.
You might get
Let's just
shot.
be real with it. Let's be real with it.
You might, hey, look, you might get
Popeyes
Mike
is
Tyson's right.
You're gonna get a chicken sandwich. What
no,
you mean?
yeah. You might get one from this week, or you might get one from 4 days ago.
Oh, come on.
Now,
Is that how they
you
do
might-
it in North Carolina? Is that what they do out there?
that's. I don't know about nobody else, but North Carolina,
It's very inconsistent.
it's inconsistent. They fries at Popeyes suck. Even you would think mac and cheese is gonna be sucks. So I would say customer service, sides, overall experience, Chick-fil-A wins. Now I don't know. We might be I might not be doing a whole lot of Chick-fil-A later on, but we'll see.
All right, so let me chime in here because I think you guys are being unfair. I think that Popeyes has a better chicken sandwich for these reasons. Number one, it's less expensive than Chick-fil-A. Number two, you get a bigger sandwich than Chick-fil-A. And number three, Jones and Mann, if it is Sunday, which sandwich are you going to buy?
Oh, it's only one choice.
Boom!
I hate to tell
Say
you,
it.
D, but
Say
I'm
his
gonna
name.
fry.
Say his name.
I'm gonna
Say
make
his
it
name.
myself.
Say his name. Say it.
Oh,
Oh,
Popeyes.
Jesus!
Which
Jesus!
sandwich are you buying
Woo!
on
It
Sunday?
gotta be Popeyes.
He's
There
real.
you go. All right, that's it.
Oh,
Hey,
yes,
we got
he's
do we
real
got
to me.
Jones, you the one on
The
board.
whiskey kicking in.
Man, let's go ahead and close this out. We got any more money we need to give away?
I say let's find a way to give you said 24 users or viewers?
I see 24 in the top. I see 24 in the chat right now.
24 in
I
the
see
chat.
Comment being DJ Shepherd saying crispity crunchity. And I see
Woo.
Queen saying Chick-fil-A. And Money Loca saying we lost him.
We lost
Real
him.
Cheetah Boy is saying Popeye single barrel chicken. I don't know.
All right, so here's
yeah.
what we're gonna do. We're gonna give away at least $100. We might even go above that. But
I'm with that. Let's do it.
we're gonna go back through the chat and we're gonna hit everybody in the Cash App. I'm
Do it,
definitely
do it.
giving out one of these to the first person that was in chat today. I'm gonna put the 24 people that are in the chat in a raffle, and I'm gonna give at least 2 or 3 or 4 more of these away. But if you don't win one, I do have them for order. $13 free shipping. Support your favorite YouTube channel. I do want to say, Jones, I appreciate it for you making time. I know you got a crazy schedule. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I appreciate you riding with me through all of this craziness. B, I appreciate you for being a supporter from day one, and
I'm with
also
you.
for willing to jump in on this live and get in the middle of
Whatever
this
you need.
craziness. My Jonesers, I appreciate you guys kind of hanging in with all the craziness. I know the live dropped. I apologize for that, but technology is what it is. We are going to get to the comments that are there, and like I said, we're gonna at least give out $100. If not more, we might end up going crazy and making it a little bit more. I am going to email, or I'll comment in the chat too, because I got to figure out a way to get your email, to get your address, and I'm going to send at least 3 or 4 of these masks out to someone, to my Joneses out there. We appreciate y'all. Ramadan has been good, easy, trouble free. We hope that you guys go out and kind of share a drink, share your experiences. Um, we want to continue growing, so please share Jones and Mann. Please share Dark Spirits. Keep watching, keep subscribing, click the bell. We need all the likes. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You will see me occasionally on the ticker Talkers. On this fine Saturday, 666 is just a number. It has nothing to do with what's in somebody's heart and their values and what's important to them. We're gonna all together go ahead and pour yourself up something nice. I'm gonna pour me up a tall one because if I didn't finish, well, I'm really not drunk yet, but I will be by the end of the day. This goes out to everyone who is in earsight, eye view, or just has access to the internet or don't have access to the internet. For all the days that end in Y, let's clink them and drink them. Ryemageddon has been a success. Clink them and drink them, and we'll see you next time.